Welcome to Pause on Purpose. This is our fifth and final day of being with the Apostle Paul. And now we're on the beach and we're kind of looking back over our journey. And we're thanking God for safe journey, for bringing us through. But we're reflecting on all the lessons that God taught us. And so today we're just going to review the four anchors that God taught us this week about how to go through the storms of life. And let's face it, we're all going to go through them. We're all going to encounter them. There's none of us that are exempt from them. And so let's start with the first one. When we find ourselves entering a storm, when God brings us into the storm, we need to cast the anchor of stability by leaning on the word of God, not our own intuition, not our knowledge, not our strengths, not our experiences. Courage isn't found from within. Courage is found from the word of God and the person of God. That's where courage is found. The second day, we learned that as the storm intensifies and is prolonged, remember it was 14 days, we found out that, you know what, this storm's not going away anytime soon. And you know what, just like Paul had to find that out, we find it out. Those storms in our lives don't come and go in 24 hours. They stay 12 days, 14 days, months sometimes. Even some of us have been in storms it seems like for years. And beloved, our hearts go out to you for those who have feel and seem like and probably are going through storms that have lasted for years. We're praying for you. But when you're in a prolonged, intense storm, we find out from the Lord that we need each other. We can't abandon ship like the sailors wanted to. We have to stay on the ship and we have to cast the anchor of unity by turning our face to the faith of the people of God. Wonderful lesson there. We need each other, especially during the storms of life. The third anchor was found in verses 33 through 38. And this is when they're waiting for morning to break. They're waiting for just a glimpse of sunlight to be able to see something ahead of them that they can aim for. And Paul realizes that they haven't ate anything in 14 days. And so he casts the third anchor, which is the anchor of renewal. And beloved, when we need nourishment, when the storm makes us forget about our own personal health and safety and our nourishment and our well-being, when the storm takes us away from that, we have to cast the anchor of renewal by giving thanks for God's daily provisions. That's what Paul did. He gave thanks right in front of everybody. And he broke the bread and he ate it, modeling to the other people, hey, look, you need something to eat. And then everyone else followed suit. Paul was the first to cast that anchor of renewal. And the final anchor is the anchor of reality. When you're going through life storms, you really have to come home and realize that, you know what, the thing that we were trusting in, the ship, that's not going to get us to our destination. There's only one person that's going to get us to our destination, and that's God. And when we realize that the storm is about to bust our boat, we need to cast the anchor of reality by trusting the very God who brought us into the storm will also bring us out of the storm. That's the anchor of reality. The anchor of stability, the anchor of unity, the anchor of renewal, and the anchor of reality. These are the anchors that will get us through the storms of life, beloved. And you can begin to put these into practice right now in your life, right now in my life. We know the storms are going to come. This prepares us for those storms. And if you're in a storm, no matter where you're at, God is going to meet you there. And remember the anchor of reality. The very God who brought you into the storm, he's going to bring you out of the storm, beloved. He loves you. He cares for you. He hasn't abandoned you. Trust him now. And then go with God because he goes with you.